soul shall live because of thee.
And my soul shall live because of you. I'm going to live. They ain't going to hurt me. Mm-hmm. That's what he's saying, right? Mm-hmm. It's a rationalization that's going on in our own mind. We do stuff to rationalize, right? Right. What did the definition of white lie say?
It said a harmless lie. Said in order, most of the time said, and I'm paraphrasing, mm-hmm. most of the time said not to hurt another's feelings.
Well, he said, look, not to hurt his body. That's what he's telling me.
Right. So it's more reasons to say the white lie. Uh-huh. Sometimes it's not to hurt someone's feelings. Sometimes it's to avoid pain, mm-hmm. or what we presume will happen, which is also another level of doubt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is. But see, Abraham have no idea. The Most High already chose him. Mm-hmm. Let's keep reading the prophet.
Verse 14. And it came to pass that when Abram was come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman, that she was very fair. Mm. The princess also of Pharaoh saw her, and commended her before Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house.
This lady was so beautiful. Pharaoh's officers, they saw her. Mm-hmm. And say, you know what? We need to take her back to our king, Pharaoh. Mm-hmm. He need to be with her. Mm-hmm. That's what they did. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And he entreated Abram well for her sake.
For her sake. Now, Abram's telling a little truth now. He's telling a little truth here.
Understanding the custom.
Yeah, he understanding the custom of the people. Mm-hmm. Because, you know what? She's fair to look upon. They going to treat me right. Mm-hmm. And he knew that. So there's certain things that we know, but brothers and sisters, the Most High wants to be as wise as what, prophetess?
Wise as
a serpent
and gentle as a
dove. Gentle as a dove. Mm-hmm. We have to be wise in our doings when we communicate the word, when we express our heritage, when we express this truth. Okay? That's what we have to be. Go ahead, prophet.
And he entreated Abram for her sake, and he had sheep and oxen, and his asses and men servants, mm-hmm. and maid servants, and he asses and camels. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh.
Now this is we're gonna go into this right here a little bit deep. I'm going to the book of Jasher on this, but it's jumping right to it. Genesis jumped right to it. All of a sudden now. What happened in verse 17?
And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarah, Abram's wife.
Hey, there's a history of plagues in Babylon, mm-hmm. and Egypt. It just didn't start with Moses. They got plagued before.
Right.
It was a different Pharaoh, true enough, up under Abram, and then Moses.
Right.
But the people know, because people tell generational stories, don't they?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
There were stories written down about us being plagued. Go ahead, prophet.
And Pharaoh called Abram and said, What is this that thou hast done unto me? Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife?
Now, how did Pharaoh know that? The book of Jasher is going to give us a little bit more detail, but mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Why saidst thou, she is my sister? Mm-hmm. So I might have taken her to me to wife. Now, therefore, behold thy wife. Take her and go thy way.
Take her and go that way, man. Because, look, you got my whole kingdom as we are up on the plagues because of you. You ain't said nothing. You knew I had the eye for her. You know what I'm saying? You knew that I was attracted to this lady, and I took her into my house to be my wife. You ain't said nothing. Now we feeling the repercussions for this. Right. What did he say, prophet?
And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, mm-hmm. and they sent him away, and his wife, and all that he had.
And all that he had. So take your stuff, go, get out of here. Now, I would think this is the first interaction that the Most High plagued Egypt. Mm-hmm. Okay? And this is basically precept upon precept. Touch not my anointed, nor do my prophets any harm. Mm-hmm. He was going to touch Sarah, mm-hmm. and the Most High forbid it. Let's go into the book of Jasher here, okay? We're going to start in the book of Jasher at chapter 19. Chapter 19, brothers and sisters. Another book of recorded history, in depth, about what happened here. And when you're at chapter 19, prophets, let me know. I said chapter 19, right? Mm-hmm. No, we went there. Let me see. Okay, so now Abram, he had left Egypt, right? Let's go to let's look at this other instance here. Let's go to the book of Jasher, chapter 20. Probably read verse 1.
And at that time, Abraham journeyed from the plain of Mamre, and he went to the land of the Philistines, and he dwelt in Gerar. It was in the 25th year of Abraham's being in the land of Canaan, and the 100th year of the life of Abraham, that he came to Gerar in the land of the Philistines.
Now, this is a different instance. The Most High sent Abram and Sarah out of their homeland around the age of 75. Here, he's leaving Canaan. He's going into the land of the Philistines. He's about 100-some years old. Right. Okay, same thing now. Keep going, Prophet.
And when they entered the land, he said to Sarah, his wife, "Say thou art my sister."
Well, this is the same lie, ain't it? Ain't this the same thing? Ain't this the same thing he did in Egypt?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
"Say thou art my sister to anyone that shall ask thee, in order that we may escape the evil of the inhabitants of the land."
You got to know the evil of the inhabitants of the land that you live in, brothers and sisters. When we were taken off of those ships, captive, in bonds and chains, we found out the evil of the inhabitants of this land.
Right. Unlike Abraham, he knew already.
He already knew. Go ahead, Prophet.
And as Abraham was dwelling in the land of the Philistines, the servants of Abimelech, king of the Philistines, saw that Sarah was exceedingly beautiful, and they asked Abraham concerning her, and he said, "She is my sister." And the servants of Abimelech went to Abimelech, saying, "A man from the land of Canaan is come to dwell in the land, and he has a sister that is exceeding fair."
Now, we know that this Sarah lady, his wife, she was older now. Is that true about the daughters of Zion? Y'all get beautiful with age? I believe it is. I've seen it in my mom and my aunts. I've seen it. You do. Go ahead, Prophet.
And Abimelech heard the words of his servants who praised Sarah to him. And Abimelech sent his officers, and they brought Sarah to the king. And Sarah came to the house of Abimelech, and the king saw that Sarah was beautiful, and she pleased him exceedingly.
And she what?
She pleased him exceedingly.
So this king had the eye for Sarah as well. Right? This lady belongs to the prophet of the Most High God, Abram. That's his wife. But he's still in his flesh telling a white lie. Go ahead, Prophet.
And Sarah came to the house of Abimelech, and the king saw that Sarah was beautiful, and she pleased him exceedingly. And he approached her and said to her, "What is that man to thee, with whom thou didst come to our land?" And Sarah answered and said, "He is my brother, and we came from the land of Canaan."
Now Sarah, now being obedient, what did her husband tell her even before they went there? What did he say?
Say that you're my sister.
And she's doing exactly what he told her, right? Brothers and sisters, we're going to stop putting the blame on our women, men. They naturally follow our lead. We have to step up. This is what the wake up is about, men. The Most High is waking us up to the truth for a reason, to be leaders. We've been followers and yes men for so long, we have to be taught all over again.
And it's not like society hasn't catered to that as well.
Right. But the Most High is showing us what we have to do as men now. Okay? Go ahead, Prophet.
"What is that man to thee, with whom thou didst come to our land?" And Sarah answered and said, "He is my brother, and we came from the land of Canaan to dwell wherever we could find a place." And Abimelech said to Sarah, "Behold, my land is before thee. Place thy brother in any part of this land that pleases thee, and it will be our duty to exalt and elevate him above all the people of the land, since he is thy brother."
Prophets, hold it there. Let's touch a little bit on our last holy day that we just had, and the similarities of what's happening here to what happened to Queen Esther.
Right.
We just came out of Purim, brothers and sisters. This is a 2-day high feast day for us, holy feast day for us, of eating, drinking, being merry, and giving gifts to one another. Mm-hmm. With the story of Purim, which is true history. Mm-hmm. This Esther found favor from the king of Persia.
Right.
And didn't he offer her half the kingdom?
He offered her half the kingdom, as well as whatever it is that she desired. Not only would she get it, but half the kingdom would receive the same gift.
So we know that the Most High, with his people, they have favor. I see this here already. Mm-hmm. There's a certain favor with the Most High's people, especially those that are obedient and keep his law, statutes, and commandments.
Well, right? With those who are obedient.
Right.
Not especially.
Right.
With those who are obedient.
Right. Mm-hmm. So it is in your best interest to learn of him, to learn of his ways, to do what he asks you to do, and you will be rewarded and highly favored and blessed. Mm-hmm. I just want to bring that out because that's a trait that I've seen that's happening all throughout the scriptures. With Esther, okay, with Judith, right, with Savannah, all the women, I see that. That's what's going on. Deborah, Ruth. Yeah. Go ahead, prophet. Mm-hmm.
And Abimelech said to Sarah, behold, my land is before thee. Place thy brother in any part of this land that pleases thee, and it will be our duty to exalt and elevate him above all the people of the land, since he is thy brother.
Okay. Read verse 8 again. I want y'all to catch this, brothers and sisters. Look at this now.
And Abimelech said to Sarah, behold, my land is before thee. Place thy brother in any part of this land that pleases thee, and it will be our duty to exalt and elevate him above all the people of the land, since he is thy brother.
So this is a lesson to any man out there that's high-minded, that's saying that it's all about him. It's always been about you. It's a lie. You're highly favored because you do have a wife. The Most High acknowledges that. He ordained that. He ordained Adam and Eve, not Steve and Steve, not Yvette and Yvette. Mm-hmm. He blesses that. That's a holy union. The Most High instituted that.
Absolutely.
The husband and wife, the family structure, the Most High will bless that, and he's going to bless that. Okay? But you have to be honorable before the Most High. So quit thinking it's all you. I got this, I got that because of me. All right? It's a two-way street here with this. So go ahead, bro.
And Abimelech sent for Abraham, and Abraham came to Abimelech. Mm-hmm. And Abimelech said to Abraham, behold, I have given orders that thou shalt be honored as thou desirest on account of thy sister Sarah.
Now Abimelech still thinking that's his sister, right? Mm-hmm. And Abram is feeding into it. Right. The king is telling him, hey, man, you about to get honored, buddy, because of your sister. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing going to happen to you. Right. Whatever you want, my man, hey, whatever, let's make it happen. Keep going, Pop.
And Abraham went forth from the king, and the king's present followed him. As at evening time, before men lie down to rest, the king was sitting upon his throne, and a deep sleep fell upon him.
Okay, now this deep sleep, I believe this is the same sleep that the king of Egypt experienced. Right? Remember in verse 17 in Genesis? He just, in verse 7, it just jumped, hey, man, what's going on? You got to go.
Right.
But the Genesis don't tell it like this, but this is what I believe, that the Most High revealed to that same king of Egypt what happened to this king here. Let's go ahead, read it, bro.
And a deep sleep fell upon him, and he lay upon the throne and slept till morning. And he dreamed that an angel of the Lord came to him with a drawn sword in his hand. And the angel stood over Abimelech and wished to slay him with the sword. And the king was terrified in his dream and said to the angel, in what have I sinned against thee that thou comest to slay me with thy sword?
Now, it doesn't say that this king was a bad person, nothing like that. But I would be afraid too. It's an angel standing over me in a dream with a flaming sword. Like he about to kill me. Hey, I ain't seeing. What did I do? That's natural instinct. What did I do? Go ahead, Papa. What did the angel say?
And the angel answered and said to Abimelech, behold, thou diest on account of the woman.
On the what?
On account of the woman which thou didst yesternight bring to thy house, for she is a married woman.
She is a